Okay, we are broadcasting. Mushroom. I was trying to get my bearings. Oh, that's right. We're gonna go south to the Weeping Peninsula. So now, if you've done everything that I've shown you to do, if you've done everything that I've done in this whole area, you should have a really good understanding of how combat works, how the enemies fight, and that will prepare you for everything else that is in the game. Now, there's a couple of things that I've skipped over in this area. There's a cave in this ravine. There's a sorceress who sells spells, and there's a cave here where we can get smithing stones. I'm skipping over all that right now because you kind of don't need it yet, especially if you're playing as this class. I don't even remember what the class is called. Vanguard, whatever. Vagabond, that's something. As I said before, first time I played the game, I played as a prisoner, and the other characters I've made since then usually were, well, in Dark Souls 1, they're called Wretch. I'm pretty sure they're called Wretch. But they're like, or Deprived. Wait, what the hell? I wanted to pick that up. Starlight Shards. I don't use those very much, but I like collecting them. They will regenerate your focus, and it's useful. They're useful for when you're fighting a boss or a mini boss and you need to keep your focus up. Okay, so crossing this bridge is a little tricky. Oh! If we stay out of the line of sight of that catapult, I think we can safely take these two guys out. Actually, I'm just going to show you how I normally do it. Normally, I just go through like this and don't even stop. Stone Sword Key. Why bother spending the time fighting when that's all we're really getting is connecting to that site of grace? And yeah, I don't think they chase me at all. So there's an NPC here that we're going to talk to. She gives you a letter to deliver to her father. She's kind of implying that she is nobility. She had to flee her castle because the demi-humans that are enslaved there revolted. Okay, there we go. She is now repeating herself. This little area here is a pretty good area for practicing fighting groups. And the best thing to do when you have to fight a group is to try and lure them out one by one. Oh yeah, I've got a short bow, so I don't have a great range with this. Looks like I can actually summon my wolves too, which I don't think I've ever actually summoned my wolves in this area. I think I'm going to, though, even though they might get killed pretty quickly with this guy. switch to my club really quick, because I think the club will do a little bit better damage. Great. He jumped. And then I think we should only have to do that twice, right? Oh. Gotcha. Oh, I hate it when that happens. They kind of like clip into the wall or something, and then you can't. You can't get the. The critical hit. Sorry, my brain kind of short circuits when I panic. I was really only panicking because I was like, man, I don't want to have to get another stagger on him. I just want to kill him now. I didn't really intend on fighting these guys at first, but I figure if you're going to be copying everything that I do, then yeah, you should learn how to fight all these guys. The Morning Star, I'm just going to take a look at it really quick. This is actually my favorite weapon. The first time that I played through the game, you'll see that it causes blood loss just all by itself. It's a strike weapon, though, so you can't put grease on it, which is unfortunate. Right now, it does more damage than the sword that I'm wielding. Actually, I want to see if I can do that. I am still at medium load with that, so I'm going to do that. That way I can switch back and forth between a strike weapon and a slashing weapon. And I'm not even going to mess with these guys. I can show you how to fight them a little later on, because we are going to end up fighting through groups of them, I believe. That guy for now. At night, there will be another night rider who patrols the road here. And, oh man, that guy gave me so much trouble the first time I played through the game. I don't know how many times I died to him while I was learning his moves, his attack pattern. Still no lantern. Look at that. And no longbow either. I've got 77 arrows. I don't really need to buy anything here. Okay. There's another giant that we're going to have to fight. And he is going to be shooting really big arrows at us. And you can hear the twang of his bow. There we go. You can hear the twang of his bow right before the arrows come out. But you can also kind of see him there in the distance. If I get behind this, he's got to shoot that. There, you can see him really well now. And I'm just going to get behind here so that Arteria Leaf, got 3 of them now. We are going to, well, I can't look at my map because technically I'm in combat. I can't look at your map while you're in combat. Probably to prevent you from being able to teleport away. Okay, he just shot. Usually I would time that out and say, you want to come out from behind cover and do that. Charge towards him. Oh, man. Man, I hate that. Gotcha. Now this guy, his sensitive area is his chest. You can see I don't do it perfectly. We didn't really need the Golem's Great Arrow, but I think he doesn't respawn. We'll find out in a moment, because I'm going to rest here at this site of grace and reset the world. Reset all my healing as well. Yeah, he does not respawn. I did not think he did. So really, that's the only reason I killed him, because I wanted to get rid of him so he doesn't respawn. I don't, unless we're like going out into that open area for the items that are out there, he's not really a threat to us anyway. So I reset the elevator and send it down because I want, if I die, I want the elevator to be there ready for me. I don't want to have to wait for it to come back. So here is another instance of having a lot of people all at once. So if I just ran through here, I would probably aggro all of these guys. And then I'd have to fight a whole mob. So, guard counter basically staggers them. Their attacks are a little wild looking, but they are pretty much just as defeatable as like the regular Godric soldiers are. We just want to be able to lure them away from the mob one at a time. The mob being all of them all over this hill. And you can see through my tactics that, you know, I'm basically, I am going to be able to take them out just one by one, and I'm not going to get overwhelmed with a bunch of enemies. See, those two were right next to one another, and just hitting the one doesn't even notify the other one next to him. Like, those dogs are kind of making me nervous, though, so I'm going to... The dogs are really tricky because you can aggro all three of them pretty easily. And I was being risky with that guard counter because the guard counter doesn't always hit them correctly. It looks like I could summon my wolves here, but I'm going to hold off for now. Ah! Yeah, remember the sword right now does bleed damage, so you score enough hits and all of a sudden their health drains because that bleed counter builds up pretty quickly. Ah! I thought he was dead. There we go. I don't think there's anything here. Oh, it's smithing stone. Those are useful. And now that I'm remembering this area, we don't actually even have to go that way, really. But I am going to take them all out. And you see the bleed counter didn't build up quickly enough with that guy. So this guy will respawn every time you reset the world, every time you die. And you see he does have a lot of hit points. in terms of... Oof. Just the... not just the bleed counter, but also just in the fight in general. Wow. He had like a sliver of health left. Excuse me. And he dropped a sanctuary stone. Gonna need those later. How many guys do I have left here? I think there's 3 left total. Yeah. And this is pretty, this is a pretty simple strategy too, just being able to like lure these guys out one by one. So I'm not going to waste an arrow on him. He's the last guy left. He's also the biggest guy. He's got some different tactics too. But we can backstab him. And he is susceptible to bleed. I'm just letting my stamina get back up because he was really close to staggering me there, and I didn't want to be fire grease. Didn't want to get caught in a flurry of attacks that he might launch out. That green bar, your stamina, it's always important to keep an eye on that, especially when you're doing well. Because when you're doing well, that's when it runs out. Picking up a claymore. And is there anything else in here? I don't think there is. Just let these guys fight it out. Which they... Aye, he got me. I gotta use a healing. That's great. So if we die here, or if I have to redo this area in some way, we're actually going to come up to this area from a different direction. For now, I'm going to ignore all these guys fighting. I'm just going to come up here. I think... Yeah, there's nothing to pick up here. But... I'm really invested in wanting the soldiers to win, because the soldiers are a little bit easier tactically. They're a little easier for us to fight. And they don't recognize the fact that you were helping them. They basically just will attack you. Oh man, I need healing again already? Tree and Beast Surcoat. You know what? I think I picked up one of those before. I did. And we didn't even look at it. You can see it doesn't really give better stats. It weighs exactly the same. Vagabond, that's the name of the class. It gives the exact same, has the exact same weight. It doesn't have any special abilities either. But then we got two guys down here. Okay. You don't even need to sneak up to this guy. You can just run up, stab him in the back. Steel wire torch. I knew there was something of value up here. So the steel wire torch, I'm pretty sure this will repel beasts in the world. Maybe not. I feel like it does something though. It's like slightly better slightly better damage than the other torch. Okay, so if I die, we're actually going to come up to we're going to come around from a different direction. And you see that ladder down there? We're not going to take that down. That's like a path that we could have taken to come up here, but I chose the longer, harder path. So there's actually 3 guys here, and we're going to try and lure them out one by one, because fighting all 3 is... It can be rough. And I only have 1 flask. I only have 1 pull left of my flask of Crimson Tears, and I don't want to have to use my my Wondrous Physic flask if I don't have to. Oh, I forgot. These guys have ranged attacks. Oh. Okay. This last guy, see, notice how he jumped down as soon as I came across this bridge? All 3 of them will basically do that if you... Oof. If you just walk down this bridge. Man. Come on, land. I don't think he's going to. I think I got him. Now, there's something down this way, but I don't remember what it is. So we're going to go get it. I know there's like an ambush attack from one of these barrels. It's probably this one. Yep. Oh, I got a lot of runes right now, too. I could probably level up a couple of times. Smithing stone. Okay. Always worth it to pick up smithing stones. Man, my health is down again. I'm being sloppy, really. I'm just... Really, I'm being lame, because I don't really feel like this area is necessary, but it is for a particular ending in the game. Okay, we're going to run past these guys, because they will, for the most part, ignore us. And this is that fair maiden's father. And he basically says, oh, I can't leave until the rebellion has been put down. Deliver Irina's letter. I can't leave. And basically the decision that he makes there is a tragedy, basically. It's a a bad decision. So I believe that there's a site of grace over here. Can I get over here? I can. And I'm going to level up. No, there's no sense in just running around with all these runes. Okay, so I can level up 4 times. I'm going to do that. Vigor 18, endurance and strength 16. And what do we need? We need 2,600 to level up again. I'll kind of keep that in mind because Stone Sword Key. Oh, new map. That's right. I didn't even look at it. But basically this whole area is the Weeping Peninsula. There's a lot going on here. I would say if you've done all of this and you're feeling confident, just go ahead and do this whole area. Just go to every single cave and structure and clear it out. I'm going to teleport back to the Site of Grace because that'll reset the world. I actually want to approach this area differently. I can't get back up onto this roof by going down and getting that Stone Sword Key. So, oh, you know what? I really thought there was something up here to get, but I guess I was wrong. Oof. I think to flame, so that I'm doing so much more damage. And I'm at heavy load. If we look at it, yep, heavy load. This guy will actually give you a little bit of clues about what's happening in the world. I want to get rid of my heavy load. We're back down to medium load. That's usually the easiest way to do it. Just take off your helmet. You lower your armor a little bit, but armor is so incidental to everything else in this game that it's worth it just to get that medium load status back. Oh. Man, I feel like I really need a shield that has no skill attached to it. That way I can use the skill of my... Okay. No more of those slimes. Yeah, I got the backstab. You can already see this guy has a lot of health. He staggered me, and I'm almost dead. Almost dead again. And I got another backstab. So while he's getting up, I'll do a little heal. Bleed. Bleed damage helps. There's no real way to make these ladder climbs faster, I'm afraid. The Twin Blade Talisman. That's actually something we're going to use a little later. I don't have any Twin Blades yet, but Twin Blades are my preferred weapon of choice. And so when we get to a point where there are Twin Blades to use, I'm going to highly recommend that you use them. There's a beetle down here. I forget exactly where it is. It's right there. We're going to drop on it. Well, I screwed up that attack. Oh, I thought it would give health, or more than just health. I thought it would give a skill, but I guess it didn't. Okay. Sorry if I'm moving the camera too quickly and I'm disorientating you, but if you can pause. You can pause what I'm doing to get your bearings. You can't pause your own gameplay. So you should watch what I'm doing before you get to the point where you're moving through the world. So this is going to be tricky because, oh man, I've died so many times coming down here too. Let's read this message. Be wary of group. Yeah, okay. Hey, I went the right way. Wow, and nobody followed me? I thought for sure that would have aggroed to all of them. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Aggro one. I think you pretty much aggro all of them. 4 hits to get the bleed damage. There we go. Nice. And then there's just this guy left. And this is a whip. If you're really up for a challenge run, go through the game with just the whip. Okay, we are going to rest here because I believe I used my my flask of wondrous physic. Oh, look at that. I'm 600 short. Let's take a look. Do I have any runes? I do. So I think with that, I think I can level up. Let's level up endurance. So right now, leveling up, because I put vigor up to 18, the strategy will be to level up endurance and strength up to 18 as well. I don't think those guys can follow us down here. But you'll notice that when I'm running, it's draining my... Oh, they can follow me. Look at that shit. Didn't think they would. Or could. Yeah, got the backstab. Nice. I did not, however, get the staggering attack that I wanted. Getting really close to that jellyfish. And I don't want to hit the jellyfish because that'll make all of the rest of them angry. Okay, well, lesson learned. Those guys will follow you down. We have, this is the guy that we just talked to. He's Irena? Whatever. That's the dad who won't leave the castle until all of the, until the rebellion has been put down. Right? So, I'm going to summon him, getting my wolves ready. And this is actually a pretty easy fight, all things considered. His first attack kind of staggers a bit, but I think, I don't know, I guess we can't really backstab him. There we go. I'll switch to this. Oh, no, I don't think that actually works. Doesn't do as much damage as the sword. Isn't that funny? As soon as I heal, he manages to get a hit in. Oh, I think this fight is over. So keeping him distracted with the wolves and with the NPC summon it ends up being a pretty easy fight. I think I have enough to level up right now, which I am going to do again. Yep, endurance to 18. And then I think there's one other item to pick up over here. Okay, it was a smithing stone. I was thinking it was a smithing stone, and it was. So now this, who's that? Oh, that's the nomadic merchant. We are just going to teleport back to the very beginning of the Weeping Peninsula. And we find that Irena is dead. Irena. So, if you want the bad ending to the game, you follow this quest line. This guy, Castellan Edgar, he'll show up as an invader in a different part of the game, but then the same voice actress who plays Irena, she shows up as another character who's also blindfolded and blind, asking for Shabriri grapes. And we are not actually going to do that ending. There's information in the DLC that has basically made it pretty clear that that is the worst possible ending for the world. If you want to kill everybody in the world, that's the ending you follow. I think that's it for this video. So even though we just did this little run here, you could do the rest of this continent. There is, I think, 2 more golden seeds here as well. And I think that's probably what my next video will be. We'll just be like running around grabbing a bunch of things on the Weeping Peninsula. Things that are useful and beneficial. Yeah, where basically all of this is still we're still in prep and learning basics of combat, because even though we've taken out a boss, we're going to do a couple mini bosses before we get to Stormvale Castle. I am going to do the last 3 areas here that I told you about before, and the boss fight at Stormvale Castle is going to be it's going to be a whole lesson. So yeah, I think that's it for now. Yeah, I wish you could tell me what you were doing right now, but I guess I'll just find out some other time. I'll talk to you later, Brian. Oh, I forgot to do the wave. I gotta do the wave, right? See you